As of this morning, Thursday, September 29th, we are $6,603 into a $20,000 goal. Thank you so much for your support. And I wanted to just take this morning to say, first of all, thank you. But secondly, I want to answer some questions. So I've gotten a lot of emails from friends, people who found out about us through various means online. Who is this book for? Unashamedly, this book is written for a college student athlete. It's relevant to high school student athletes or athletes in the professional sports world, but it is very much for a college student athlete. That said, it does work for anyone and everyone who is trying to do something meaningful with their life. You could be an artist, you could be a creative, you could be a business owner, or just a mom, dad, brother, and you're trying to have an impactful life. You're trying to influence other people. To further prove this point that I think the book is relevant to everybody, I wanted to just read an excerpt for the next 10 days, one chapter from each of the 10 sections in the book. The first section is identity, and chapter 1 is called The Truest Thing About You. So here we go. A reading from the author. Chapter 1 of No Matter What is called The Truest Thing About You. Jeremiah 31:3. I have loved you with an everlasting love. Richard Rohr says, life is not a matter of creating a special name for ourselves, but of uncovering the name you've always had. One of the greatest lies in the world today is that you only matter if you prove yourself an exception to the rest. Win. Set records. Do something no one's ever done. But what if life is not about proving yourself? What if who you are isn't attached to what you do? If you're like me, the drive to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, is innate. There's a constant pressure to keep up with those around me, to keep up appearances, to keep outdoing myself, and to impress people. It's exhausting. Without thinking, I work really hard to make sure everybody knows just how great I think I am. We all do this. However subtly, we overname, overvalidate, and overcongratulate ourselves at nearly every turn. The prophet Jeremiah has helpful words for us, though. Jeremiah says, God loves you with an everlasting love. Everlasting. That word means eternal. It means endless, undying, enduring, infinite, and boundless. If what Jeremiah says is true, then long before you did anything to stand out, before you won a scholarship or went undefeated or earned the praise of your peers, God's love was there for you. You were enough. Before you did anything, you were enough. And long after you've set your records and made your name known, years from now when the trophies are covered in dust and no one cares who you are, God's love will be as strong for you then as it is today. So who are you really? Are you an accomplished athlete or coach? Are you your best day? Do your successes or failures define you? According to Jeremiah, who you are at your core, your truest self, has nothing to do with any of that. You are a child of God, loved wholly and completely. This is the truest thing about you. This truth isn't something you earn, it's something you receive. In fact, this everlasting love is something you received long ago, before you ever proved anything to anybody. This reality, your true self, is such good news. Your true self is everlasting, it's endless, it's undying, enduring, infinite, and boundless. Your true self cannot be offended. It is not tied to victories or wealth or fame or anything else. Yes, there are other truths. You have gifts, you have talent. There's perhaps a drive within you to do something meaningful with those gifts and talents. These truths are important too. And we'll spend a great deal of time in the pages that follow talking about how to do just that. It's just that some truths aren't the truest thing about you. The fact that God loves you, that is the truest thing. A few questions. So who are you really? What's the truest thing about you? What things in your life compete with the truest thing? No matter what, God loves you with an everlasting love. That's the truest thing about you. Live from that love today. So that's chapter 1 from section 1 about identity. And that chapter is called The Truest Thing About You. Thank you so much for your support. I hope that if you haven't already, you would share this campaign with those that you know that it seems relevant to, and that if this chapter was at all inspiring to you, that you yourself would be a backer. Thank you and have a great day.